Can you tell which is which? Not sure? Let's see what we can learn from this trio of Golden Age illustrators. Some quick facts. Charles Dana Gibson studied fine arts for 2 years. He sold his first drawing for $4, was widely imitated, and is known for his Gibson girls. James Montgomery Flagg, he sold his first drawing at age 12. He was reported to have been the highest paid magazine illustrator in America. He was influenced by Charles Dana Gibson and is known for this political poster. Joseph Clement Coll took basic art courses in high school, began his illustration career at age 17, he was influenced by Spanish illustrator Daniel Verge, and is known for drawing from imagination. Let's talk about their commonalities. Number 1, they're from the Golden Age era. During this time, popular demand was for illustrations that realistically reflected everyday life. Therefore, they drew similar subjects that appeal to the audience of that era. 2, they started young. All began their illustration careers at an early age and learned primarily on the job rather than strictly from academics. 3, they did their formative years as illustrators for the newspaper. This entailed creating elaborate illustrations daily under tight deadlines. Subjects were often sketched from observation at live events, then later inked from memory. Newspaper print quality was terrible, which meant they had to develop inking techniques that would effectively reproduce as they intended. 4, all became legends. They quickly progressed to magazine work, posters, and book illustrations. In summary, the commonalities of these 3 masters were, well, they started young, they developed drawing skills from observation, they honed their inking skills from daily practice, rendered images that focused on storytelling, and depicted subjects that had a broad appeal for their audience. Now, what sets them apart? Honestly, I studied their work and it was comparing apples to apples. From what I observed, all 3 were exceptionally skilled at their art fundamentals: anatomy, proportions, perspective, composition. All had control of lighting and shading, along with texturing techniques. Look at the hair, cloth, and objects. The hatching direction and gradations perfectly describe form, value, movement, depth, and dimension. Plus, they used similar materials and techniques. For example, they would draw on bristle artboard with ink using a quill or a fountain pen, and they paired that with a brush for inking the larger areas, then scratching out a few of the highlights with a sharp instrument. The best way to tell these apples apart is to taste them. I inked a bite-sized section from each master to experience the flavor of their illustrations. My single purpose was to discover what set them apart from one another. As a sidebar, you'll note that I rendered using fine liners and brush pens. I did so in response to frequent requests that I get from you to demonstrate using alternative tools to my usual dip pens. So what were the results of my taste test? Did I uncover a striking distinction between the 3? The answer is no. The takeaway from the Golden Trio, what I uncovered from doing this exercise, is that quantity, speed, and simplicity can lead to quality. The amount of practice they got from an early age and the demands of their jobs, along with the limitations of print production together, impacted how they developed their qualities. Their approach was to first capture the pose and the lighting. They didn't focus on laying down single polish strokes. Their method was to refine the line work gradually. So that made me reflect on how I can keep growing my skills. I don't know about you, but this Golden Trio motivated me to practice drawing more, as it leads to better inking in the end. Focus less on precision and more on expression. Draw more often from life than from photo reference to build my memory. Maybe take a refresher class on gesture drawing, schedule an outdoor sketching session at least once a week, and to just go for it. Fill that sketchbook without hesitation. If this study inspired you, I created a master checklist template you can download from my website, and be sure to visit the links in the description below for additional resources. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate you give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.